Welcome to episode 5 of the LAB podcast. I'm Hem, your host, and today I'm here with Genesis, owner of Lorenzos Frozen Puddings. So, Genesis, can you share your journey of becoming a business owner and what motivated you to start on this journey?
The company is named Lorenzos Frozen Pudding, and is named Lorenzos Frozen Pudding because of my dad, Lorenzo. He started the company in 2011, and that's really because he just needed to bring in an income for our family. And I was away at college at the time, and my nickname is Jenny. He was like, Jenny, I'm making this pudding, and I'm selling through Chicago. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna come home and help you out. I graduated from college 2 months later. I came home and we made banana pudding in our house, and we sold on street Chicago. So that's a little small story in short, and that's the reason why my company is named Lorenzo's Frozen Pudding, because I knew I'll be the person to take it from the street to wherever we have to go.
And as a Black woman entrepreneur, what unique perspectives and experiences do you bring to your business?
Wow, a lot of unique perspectives, I would say. First of all, being Black and then being a woman has so many different types of things that goes on with both of those. And because as a woman, you don't get regarded at all, especially in business or if you're really taking yourself seriously, And then being Black on top of that is like people don't really see me coming, so that's a really good thing. But at the same time, like I'm more researched than the average person that's starting a business, because I have to be, the whole adage of like we have to know or be as twice as good, what I'm saying, in these different types of spaces we're in.
What challenges have you encountered in the business world, and how have you overcome them?
My biggest challenges are still remaining. They're just the access to capital. I guess the first challenge is, access to resources. When we started, we didn't have any resources whatsoever. And, just getting ingredients and making the products and then figuring out, okay, now we have to move to a shared kitchen type of space to make products there, and then getting different types of certification for the city, for the state, like federal certifications. And then I'm really good at relationships. My degree was in psychology, so like I really love people. I love the way the mind works. So I like just taking in different types of people. So that's been really cool. But once I get into the stores, it's like I need the brand awareness. I need some capital to actually push the marketing. And for me, currently right now, is like seeing my competitors. Like I started in 2011, I had this great idea. We did things to get it going, but I see all my competitors just zooming by, and these competitors don't look like me. Obviously, they're not from the hood, like they have resources, and that's what it is. It's resources and the access to capital to really push the brand.
How do you feel like you have overcome some of these challenges so far?
I'm not sure hopefully I'll overcome these challenges, right? But I think at different stages, those challenges will come up, but in different ways. Like I'm not cooking in my house anymore. I have manufacturing, what I'm saying? And I don't physically make the product anymore because I have the idea to scale the company. So like we made sure the product was clean, and I got a manufacturer that I can trust, that can make my products, whether if I'm there or if I'm not there. But once again, I'm in a different phase, and it is like, okay, now I need more access to capital. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like any phase I grow into is going to be the awareness, is going to be the access to capital, and this is going to be the overall branding, Mm-hmm.
How do you balance the responsibilities of running a business with your personal life?
So I am married, and I have 3 children, and two of my children are school age, and they go to school like throughout the day. They're in summer camp now, and then I just had a little baby. She just made 1 a few weeks ago. And I just like to be present. Mm-hmm. So like being here with you, I want to engage, I want to be present with you just because this is our moment, And when that moment's gone, I can be back with my family. That's their moment. It's no picking and choosing. I don't cross the line of like looking at emails or anything like that. I may have like some emergency calls, but at the base of it, I want to make sure that I compartmentalize every single thing that I'm doing so I can really give my attention to it and be present.
How do you believe your business contributes to empowering other Black women in your community?
I'm not sure. I believe that's open for, people to receive. Like, I don't really know how I affect anybody else because I just know my struggle. And I know like what I'm trying to get over, the struggle of, or my different obstacles. And there are a lot of people like me that wants to start businesses or started businesses and had to stop, and that's really just open for anybody else's interpretation. And however they feel about me or what I'm doing, they get inspired from it. I think it's a really cool, really good thing.
Yeah, you're definitely inspiring me.
Aww.
So I feel like just your story and like the fact that you're simply existing and like thriving in this space, like hearing that you're on Walgreens, like that's amazing to me because that's a huge, it's like a chain. So
Yeah.
for you to be selling in that space and for you to be planning on expanding to other stores as well, it's like really inspiring because it just makes me personally feel like, if I see you doing it, it's like I can do it too.
Exactly.
So
and I know the roadmap now because like I experienced it. It's not like, how you read a book and it's like, okay, you got to do 1 through 3 and you'll get there. Like I literally just had to work at it with my hands.
Yeah.
So I really know the experience of it and how to, make things go. And that's what I want to offer to people is like, hey, this is what we don't have access to, and this is really what the game is. And this is how you get into stores. This is how you create relationships and keep and maintain those relationships because, different people at different stores, they move on, they get different jobs. But like, how do you maintain a relationship and keep that store, thriving? So that's really huge. And yes, I am in Walgreens. I haven't told anybody, but I mean, us, the podcast. We're at 67.
Secrets out.
Yeah, secrets out. We're at 67 Walgreens locations here in Chicago. We're up for a category line review for next year. Category line review means that the buyers at whatever specific store will be reviewing your items that you're presenting them, and they will determine if yes or no they would like to put your products in their store. So I'm currently working on that to have a more national spread with Walgreens next year and to do bigger things with other grocery retail chain stores in Chicago and the Midwest and beyond.
It's very exciting.
It's crazy.
I'm sure it's going to go well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no other choice.
Really?
Really no other choice.
After 12 years, like it's fate, honestly.
Yeah.
To just keep growing. Yeah.
What I'm gonna do? What do you want to do? Stop and do what? Like if it's something you really love to do and you see success at it, and the only thing is like, okay, I don't have any money, or I don't know the person I need to know. You're gonna get some money. You're gonna find out what you need to know. You're gonna make it work.
Can you talk about the importance of networking and mentorship for Black women entrepreneurs?
Oh man, that's huge. Like we've heard the cliche, like it's not what you know, it's who you know. It literally is. Like you can know as much, like I have a lot of knowledge, but the knowledge doesn't do anything or go anywhere unless I know someone else that can help me like really obtain what I need to happen, Relationships are key. Mentorship, if you can get a great mentor or advisor, that's really key because like that mentor or advisor has a broader network. They've been somewhere, they've done some things, now they can bring you in. That's really what we're missing, I would say, from my community is that, what I'm saying? Because like where I'm from, like no one knows about CPG, consumer packaged goods. No one's in like other retail stores. And it's really, if we don't see it, it's hard to get the concept. We're all over entertainment, and fashion and beauty. Like that's great, and it's really cool to have those things. But like, what about like I'm not that talented, I couldn't draw. I only draw stick figures, So what's left for me? And just to have other people that you can see in that space is really, really, really key.
And when you look at the economy, like the space of actually being able to sell something like worldwide, selling products, like that is the economy. And I feel like so often in our community, like we get trapped into just like the entertainment industry or
We
just the
do.
beauty industry. So I think it really is important to like just be able to see someone else doing this, occupying this space, but also the importance of like finding that mentorship and finding a good network. And like it can be really challenging to find that network within our community. How have you like overcome that, and like how have you found a network that can be helpful for your specific brand?
I mean, that's a really cool question, because like we have to go outside of our community to find it, you know, and that's really like in the back of our heads is like, you know, that's what we have to do to cross that threshold. Like if we really want to learn something we don't know, we got to do something we've never done before. And that's really going outside of our community. Like I have endless amounts of people that look like me and that don't look like me that offer help, that offer support and resources. And at the end of the day, it's what I like about in my business and people that I have relationship with. I am just as excited, like how I'm excited about my business. Like I want that for people who's coming into business or partner with me, like to be that excited and to have that form of emotional partnership is just really key, because now we're going to do our best to really make something go and make it work, you know. And what we need to really think about is that, so I did a festival a couple weeks ago with Harley Davidson, right? And I was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Harley Davidson, and I'm this little black girl from the hood of Chicago, but like I'm selling at Harley Davidson. That's crazy, you know, to think about like the dynamic there. But we sold, you know, it was really great. The crowd was awesome, and the customers there, like they're really awesome. You know what I'm saying? So just like really just being open and like really just being vulnerable to your experiences, you know, let that passion and vulnerability shine through, because that's really going to like keep you going.
Yeah. I think that's really important. Just like being open to new experiences, being open to like stepping outside of what you're used to, because you never know like what doors could open and who could open doors for you, you know, and they might not have the face that you
they don't
think
look
that
like
they might have,
they
you know?
may not, you just never know. Like my dad said, he was like, you just never know, Jenny. You never know. Be nice to everybody. You never know who knows who or what's going to happen. The same person you meet going up, the same person you're going to meet while you're going down. You just never know. And it's really important. And you have to get outside the neighborhood. Like I have so many friends or so many people I've known that like just don't get out the hood. You know, it's like we live in Chicago. Like I can see if we live like somewhere else where it's like, I guess not like Chicago, but we have like so many ethnicities here in Chicago. Yeah. It's crazy.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like there's festivals every single weekend in Chicago in the summertime. You can go on any block. Like you can meet so many type of people. You know, Ukrainian village, and you can go get some Mexican food, or you go to Chinatown. Like it's just we're rich in culture. Yeah. So it's really no reason for us to not really network and really know people and really, really try to push our brand.
Yeah, for sure. You had just mentioned your father. What impact has he had on your journey and your career and just you as a person?
Huge. My daddy has had a huge impact on me. He's an Army vet. His daddy was an Army vet. And my dad he was a truck driver, but he's always like tried to do something like entrepreneurship wise. You know, he's like invented stuff. He's done different things, and throughout my course of, you know, being a child and growing up, I've watched and witnessed him like trying different things and trying to make something work, and like just use his entrepreneurship brain. While he's like, he can be driving a truck, but he comes home and he uses entrepreneurship. He's really trying to create something, do something. And that's always stuck with me, and I always will. My first entrepreneurship endeavor was like third grade. You know, wow. Yeah, I would tutor my peers in third grade. I used to get paid $10 an hour for it. And then that piggybacked into like just different things I did. And when I was in high school, I was in an entrepreneurship club, you know, and it just kept growing. So when my daddy told me that, Jenny, you know, I already knew financially where we were at while I was in college. So when he was like, I'm making banana pudding on the streets, I was like, okay, cool. This is my time to do it. This is my chance, and that's what I want to do.
Do you think that's important, like making that connection generationally? Like the fact that after college you decided to go back home and to build this up from the ground with your father, that's like so unique, because so many people, they graduate and then, like, you know, it's hard to see like going back home as being something that could help sustain your future or like just your career. But do you think it's important that there is that connection generationally? Like what impact has that had on you, and like how would you speak on that?
I think we need to do it. I think both sides, the older adult and the younger adult, needs to be open to it. You know, like, you know, my daddy can sell anything, right? So I took after that, you know. Then he was like, hey, I want to go national. I was like, okay, let's try to go international. And I just took it over. He just let me just, okay, go ahead, have at it, you know, like, let's see where this can go. And like, that needs to be like, he's like the backbone, you know what I'm saying? I'm out there doing what I need to do, you know what I'm saying? My daddy's a praying man, so he's in the house praying, you know, making sure, like, you know, we need our elders, but we also need our young adults, you know, like, they have the visions, they have the foresight, and they know where they want to go, and they're going to be living in this world, you know what I'm saying? So it's really important that we have both, and we are able to come home and help our elders. And sometimes with our elders, they get so stuck into this is this and this is that. And then when they get too old, they can't give the business over to you, because now you have to work in the business like every day, all day, and no one wants to do that. You know, we need to create businesses that can work without us presently being there. You know what I'm saying? That's really where it's at.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm not trying, like, my daddy had the idea, like, no, I don't want a brick and mortar, I want to scale this. And I'm like, that's a great idea, let me see what I can do. And it's taking years, but I don't want to be tied down. You know, I want to continue to create, and I want to continue to collaborate, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like you're definitely doing that. It was really smart to have this product and you can have a manufacturer. It just gives you that freedom to spend more time with your children and really make a difference in your family, like after all these generations, to be able to like break off and just start something new and create that legacy to leave your children and their children.
Yeah.
But it's amazing, like, when you think about just all the generations that had to come before you, like your father, but like not just your father, his father, daddy. And his, you know, exactly. And it just took so much time to be able to build this
right here. Yeah, and that's just so weird, because we're part of the Great Migration. My granddaddy is the only sibling that was up here. Like, the rest of his siblings are in Georgia. You know, so we're the only line from my granddaddy's mother, you know what I'm saying, that's actually here in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? So it's just for my granddaddy to have the endeavor to like move away and go somewhere that he doesn't know, you know what I'm saying? And then it sparks it in my daddy like that. And it's, you know, it's generational, like you said. Yeah.
How have you leveraged digital tools and social media to grow your business and connect with your audience?
I mean, social media as we know it is literally where everything is at. You know, we do everything on social media or websites, you know, and that's the way of the world right now. It's just social media. Like, how can we get more engagement? How can we get more likes? How can we bring people to message us or on our website? And I leverage that by doing collaborations and partnerships. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get like-minded people that want to grow and want to do something cool together, and like we grow together. You know, I was literally talking to my dad coming back from the festival. I was like, "Yo, man, Dad, like the other companies, corporations, they partner together like all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, Budweiser did something with Harley Davidson. That's a collaboration. Like, we must always think that our power lies with more than just one person. Like, when we really truly think about where our power is at was with all of us, then like that's when the switch is really going to happen. You know, because it happens all around us, and like, I think because we're not seeing it, we're blind to it. Like, it's in our face, but we're really blind to the partnerships and the collaboration, and the hard work that really gets thrown around us, and like once it clicks for us, it's like that's it. That's all we need.
So how have you gone about doing these partnerships or these collaborations? Also,
Yeah.
I noticed on your social media that you have a lot of like famous people or people with a decent following trying your product. Like, how have you gone about getting in contact with these people?
Networking, really. I mean, I got I have different friends. Like I'm from Chicago. Like I'm native, you know. So it's not like I'm new here, you know. Like I was a part of the party scene. Like I just did a lot of different things in my life where I can call on people. I'm like, yo, and then I go like where I'm at. I give some people, hey, you want to try my frozen pudding? You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm out, I always bring me some extra frozen pudding for people to try. You know what I'm saying? So like for me personally, I'm like I gotta make sure that I have enough bucks for marketing, and like that's my marketing is for you to try my product and I can put it on social media. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't have like big marketing bucks. Like I don't have that much. All I have is frozen pudding and a phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's the best marketing that there is, because the authenticity behind it. You know, like you can pay some marketing agency to make you really nice ads of this product just sitting there. But the fact that you're actually in the streets having people try it, and like we see real reactions. When I was looking at your page, like I'm seeing these real reactions from people. That's not made up. That's not scripted. No. You know, so one guy went out of his way to let us know it's not scripted. No, that's hilarious.
I love him.
Oh my gosh, he was like, I'm not getting paid for this.
Yeah, okay. I love him.
But the authenticity there is something that's like really missing from social media now, especially around brands. So the fact that that's been such a key for you, and just like staying true to that authenticity, staying true to the product, and just letting it speak for itself. I think that like that's a gem right there. And we need to highlight that point, because it's a gem.
I have old videos like back from 2014, 2015, because my dad's a vet. We used to go to the VA every Tuesday and get them free pudding like all the time back in 2015. And I used to go and like infiltrate all people's offices and whatnot. And I have somebody trying it, and she was like, "Get out of my office! I need this roasted pudding." It was crazy, but yeah, I go back like years with that.
So that makes me think of just like this, like a sense of charity. Do you think that has helped you just in your career with your brand? Just like being willing to give things away for free, or like how, like, do you think that's important for a brand to be able to grow?
Yes, it's hugely important. Like, I mean, you have to be able to give in order to get, you know, I know it tastes good. Like, I know that. I've seen it too many times. But that's not what I'm trying to convey. It's just the authenticity of like you trying it for the first time and me making a connection to you as a customer, you know, as a potential person that's going to go buy it now. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I made that genuine connection with you. You know what I'm saying? And and I have plans. So I do give my products away, different nonprofits around Chicago. Michael Earhart is one of my him and his wife Pam, like I call them my family. So like whenever they do stuff, if I have it, I can give it to them. We can give it away. Like I just love working within our community because I know it's needed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
As a small business owner, how do you ensure the sustainability and growth of your enterprise?
Just by having some key factors, the foundation of any business, like what's your supply chain? You know, like I recognize that I need to have containers, lids, I need to have like ingredients, I need to have different things in place. And I have a lot of things in place. I have 4 different distribution, 3 out of 4 are national. So like I just make sure that all my pieces are ready to go. So when it's time to go, it's really no room for error.
Yeah. Can you share a particular success story or moment that has been most meaningful to you in your business?
I mean, I can go back to the Walgreens story. Like, so this is my 3rd relaunch, and it's COVID, and I broke from my business in 2017 because it was a lot, and I didn't have my supply chain complete. You know, my foundational pieces weren't there. So during 2020, I was like, okay. I wrote a note to myself in 2017, telling myself I'll be back. I just sealed it up and I put it, it's somewhere in my closet. So in 2020,
Oh, you're good.
I know, it's just, it's crazy. Oh man, you opened me up, Doc.
I was about to cry earlier, so
No, like in 2020, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this again, and this is what I need, you know?
yeah.
So I know I needed manufacturing, I need distribution, I need to get my stores, you know, my representative, the buyers need to bring everybody back in so I can really do this. So reached out to Women's Business Development Center here in Chicago, and I talked to them. They said, hey, we're doing a cohort, come over here for the cohort. And so I did the cohort, and it's called Top Shelf. It's with Walgreens. So at the end of the cohort, I pitched to Walgreens. They love the product, and they're like, yo, can you drop off some samples? And I dropped off samples in the parking lot of Walgreens. They tried it. They loved it. It literally took the following year in 21, I went to 6 of their stores. But before I got into those stores, you know, I got this letter like, yeah, you're good to go. You're approved to go into the stores. The entire year, I was on the back end just uploading my products, uploading the items, resubmitting, submitting, like it's just a process because it's such a big company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I finally get the email, and like it was raining. I was in my car by myself. I remember it, and I just started crying. I'm like, this is crazy. I got into Walgreens. Like Walgreens? Like I was just freaking out. And by me having that moment, I literally videotaped the moment of myself by myself in the car, and I just put it online, and it went viral. It went viral inside of Walgreens,
Wow.
and I've been doing partnerships with Walgreens ever since. It's just been really crazy because it was a moment like, yeah, let's do this. Let's get back into this, you know? And that just kickstarted me right back to doing it.
How did you, so what year was this again that this happened?
The first, I talked to Walgreens firstly in 2020.
2020.
At the end of 2020, yeah.
Wow. So that was like, because it's 2023 now.
Yeah.
So this is like 9 years before like having that breakthrough. Like what kept you going in those 9 years? Because like when you have a small business and you're trying to get it going, and you see like you have great months and you have really bad months, and like how did you just stay consistent with this product? How did you know that this was the one to keep driving with?
I mean, when we were on the streets in 2011, like people just loved it. Like we had over 13 flavors on the streets of Chicago, and we sell out every day, every flavor. And my daddy was like, let's go national. And I'm like, okay, let's go international, you know? And I just put my head down, and, you know, my daddy, you know, my name is Genesis. So he got it from the Bible. So we're very faith based, and, you know, I just put my head down in life. Have people come into my life and teach me different things. Like this one guy, like he was from the FDA. And he worked with me on how to really present my products. Like this is how your ingredients should look. Do your ingredients like I re-edited my ingredients for I don't know how long before I was able to go into. So it was just such a process. But like the start to the finish of it, like I know it like the back of my hand now. You know, it's crazy. And going into grocery stores in 2013, they gave us 9 stores. So me and my daddy and I, we made it in a shared kitchen. We distributed ourselves. We did demos ourselves. It's flying off the shelf for like 9 months to like 9 to 10 months, right? Almost a year. And like we couldn't keep up with it. Like every time we put products in there, it literally just fell off the shelf. So we had to take a step back and figure like, so we got to get this going. So we restarted second relaunch in 2015. And then I had my husband help us out. And once again, we had a co-packer that was there, but like we were still there too. So we wasn't like really taking it, it wasn't really taken over by the manufacturer. You know what I'm saying? I just got into distribution. So like Between 2015 and 2017, we had about 50, 55 stores. And at this point, we're selling out once again. But I didn't factor in distribution, margins of error, like different things that will come up, while you're on the shelves. You go to the grocery store, something may smack off the shelf and you have to put it back, like different things that happen. So we exited stores in 2017, but the reason why I kept going, like I knew it from the bottom of my heart. Like it's any successful person, like they just know. They just know. And it's really like I really have no tangible thing to show you. You can see my social media, people loving it and whatnot, but it's hard. Mm-hmm. It's really, really hard. And there's nothing else for me. This is life or death. Like this is it. It has no choice but to be successful.
Yeah. Man, I'm feeling this. I'm like, wow, this deep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What role does self-care and personal development play in your entrepreneurship journey?
Once again, I do have 3 kids, so self-care can easily be going to sleep at night, like going to bed, or like taking naps throughout the day. That's like rejuvenating me, a little bit, so I can like do some emails, talk to people I need to talk to. But I mean, showers are a form of self-care for me because I got my scrubs in there, like I do like my little skincare stuff, sometimes, and stuff like that. I cook. I think I told the crew that I started cooking at the age 7.
Yeah.
So I cook. My kids are wanting to cook, so like they help me prep food and stuff now too. So just stuff like that. Nothing really.
Do you feel like motherhood was like a shift for you in your career? Like what impact did it have on you?
I mean, a huge impact. I mean, it's crazy because my first child was born in 2015, right around we're going into like 50 something stores. And it's like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. So like I had this little dude going to like different meetings with us, you know what I'm saying? And like, it was just crazy. I got a t-shirt of him wearing a Lorenzos t-shirt when he was like 1, So to really like have people that you've birthed or, that were given to you or, like that you have guardianship over is just phenomenal, honestly. And to be able to shape their spirit and their minds and their bodies, is really crazy. And to see their reactions to me when I come in the house or when they see my product wherever we're at, or they see like people, reacting to the product, like literally before I got here, we had dinner, then they had dessert, and they had some frozen pudding. They mixed them and like they're doing stuff, and it was just really cool to see their reactions to it.
Yeah. What initiatives or projects do you have in mind to give back to the community or support other Black-owned businesses?
Support, I'm definitely like any other business, Black-owned business, woman-owned business that like I know, like we always come together. We talk about our frustrations. We talk about like how we can work together, how we can do things together with the community. Like I'm employing the youth between the ages of 16 and 24 to work with me. They work for $15 an hour for max 20 hours per week. Also, like I volunteer a lot. I actually give away frozen pudding too. One of my friends, it was like a celebrity basketball game. I believe in the wintertime, and I was able to sell products, but I was able to actually take, some of my money that I had and buy shoes because he was giving away gym shoes for the kids. So just like anything like that comes up in the city of Chicago, like I'm just down for it.
Yeah. The program that you said, ages 16 to 24, if any of the viewers want to like get involved, how could they get involved with that?
You can either DM me if you want to do that at Lorenzos Frozen Pudding, or you can send me your resume and to lorenzosfrozenpudding@gmail.com, or get on my website and do an inquiry.
I am excited to announce that we here at Iridium are actually partnering with Lorenzos for Lollapalooza, and I have Platt coming in to discuss it further. up, Swag?
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
So, guys, I've heard about this collaboration, but I really don't know much about how it has come to be. So, I'm excited to hear how it's come to be. And let's just start off. Can you guys tell me how you met?
All right, so I was coming from the movies, and like we're coming down the escalator, and I mean, like, let me tell y'all, we are downtown, okay? Like this is it right here. And I'm coming down from the movie, I see Black on, I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and pop up in here real quick. And Platinum was in here, man. We introduced each other. We've been cool ever since.
Yeah, it was like lightning striking, in a good way.
Yeah.
I was really excited to meet you and hear your story and just know all the exciting things that you were doing and stuff that you had in the future planned as well. And immediately, instantly I was just like, man, I got to figure out some way how to be a part of this, how to, combine our forces together to do something like, major for the city.
Yeah.
How did the idea for this specific collaboration come up?
I feel like we were working on another project
Yeah.
on this couch.
Yeah.
And we were just talking, and as we were talking, we were just like, wow, that's so cool. And it's really like about Genesis, really, she's the beginning. No pun intended. She really, have all these great ideas and all these thoughts, and I'm just like, man, how can I be a part of this? Because it sounds super exciting. And I mean, for our brand, we've always been interested in jumping into another medium, and I figure like, I mean, everyone loves pudding. I love pudding myself, and it's exciting for me because I think, as a designer, being able to collaborate with a well-established, minority, Black, female-owned brand, like it doesn't get any bigger for me. And I'm definitely, once I got an opportunity to be a part of it, I had to jump on it and try to figure out a way that we could get our name, associated with such a beautiful project. But yeah, we were sitting on this couch and just kind of brainstorming, and I think she told me about, once again, things that she had going on in the future, and I was like, yo, like, how can I be down?
Yeah, man, and like it was just like magic happening on the couch. Cause we're like, oh, and this, and then we could do this, and it's like I'm doing this, and like, oh, let's do it together, and it's like, man, this is dope. Like this is gonna be crazy, cause like we're gonna set the whole city on fire. Like this is really what's happening right now, and it's just like it hasn't even started, and like I feel really good about it. Like I got goosebumps now, like just
So, what can we expect to see with the collaboration? Specifically with Lala, but also just beyond, like, what are the plans?
Well, I think like from because we do the fashion side of things, it was only right for us to do, our medium, which is like clothing. So I'm happy to announce that we're going to be dropping a T-shirt. That's going to drop for Lollapalooza. And I'll let her talk about the second half of the collaboration.
Oh my God! Yeah, I mean, so got the T-shirts. We back in 2015, we had this freezer cart on North Avenue Beach, and we push our cart and give people frozen pudding from our cart. So we're gonna be doing another collab with Iridium here with the cart. They're gonna wrap the cart again for us. He wants to have it in-house permanently, so we can be able to, people can access the frozen products here as well.
Go ahead.
So I mean, so right now our products are dairy based, and the idea is to get a plant-based product so that we can have other pudding connoisseurs be able to experience what we were able to experience currently. So we're going to do like Iridium's own frozen pudding. They're official, and it's going to be vegan, plant-based, gluten-free. Like we're doing the whole thing. And like, we're really excited about it. And this is going to be crazy. Like, oh my God, we'll have a national spread. It's just stay tuned for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be magical, man. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, us starting with the t-shirts
Mm-hmm.
and, dropping them during the Lollapalooza.
Mm-hmm.
And also, too, next Tuesday or Wednesday, we got something special
Yeah, with the
going on
pop-up
as
event.
well.
We got a pop-up event.
Oh,
We got a pop-up
yeah,
event.
tell 'em about yeah.
Pop up here. All right. We're gonna have some frozen pudding here. We're gonna have some shirts here. Come hang out with us. Like let's bond. Let's create. So
Yeah, we'll definitely put all the information for the pop-up within this video. We'll be posting it through both of our social media. We don't want to invite the entire city to come out and
yes, come
build with
out.
us, bond with us. It's going to be a networking event.
Yes.
It's going to be just a beautiful live event, just two, brands coming together and just creating something magical.
Yeah, something people can go home with.
Yes,
That
yes.
feeling.
So this is super exciting. Just to recap, okay? Just to recap.
Right.
So we have plant-based ice cream, plant-based pudding, frozen puddings, guys. They're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. The best you've ever tried. Coming out very soon. We're super excited about that. We're both vegan, so anyone who's vegan or just trying to try out the plant-based food, it's coming and we're very excited.
Yes.
This Tuesday we have the big kickoff. Definitely come out. Definitely come party with us. Definitely come and network, make connections, meet these two. They're beautiful beings. You want to meet them. And that's really the kickoff before Lala. So
Oh my goodness.
definitely pull up to Lala and come see us there. Is there anything else that you guys want to say or
What else you got going on in the future?
Oh man,
What's
you're putting me on the
next?
spot.
What's next? What's next?
Oh my goodness. Well, spiritual. So I always say Lord's willing, like how old people say.
I
Like
love
Lord's
that.
willing.
love that.
We'll be going national with Walgreens next year. We'll be in all Jewel Osco before the end of this year. We're going to the East Coast at the end of Labor, like on the other side of Labor Day. We'll be in some East Coast retailers pretty soon. So yeah, it's about to be crazy.
Wow.
It's about to be crazy.
Well, I'm coming along for the ride,
Yes. Let's
guys.
go.
Super excited, man.
Thank you so much for joining us for episode 5. You guys can find this on all platforms and catch us at Lala.